Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a video for Virgos, my sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So if you are new here, my name is Casey, and we're going to go right into the reading. A couple things beforehand though. Energy is fluid, it's not linear. Therefore, as you're watching this reading, keep in mind that these events could be happening past, present, or future tense. And maybe you haven't gone through them yet. That's totally fine. If you feel like it doesn't resonate right now, but some pieces do, come back in a little while. Maybe they will. Moving forward, as I speak on feminine and masculine energies, I'm solely speaking about energies. If it is gender specific, I will of course let you guys know those things. Also, cross watchers, you're more than welcome here. Hi, hello, and welcome. If you are watching for Virgo and you feel like the roles should be reversed in the story, as I'll be mainly referring to the person in this reading as Virgo, you will be Virgo. So if you feel like you need to switch the roles, please do. I am not perfect. I am only picking up on the energies. It is totally possible that things could be switched around and they could be changed. So if it resonates for you, it resonates. Don't get hung up on the gender or the specifications or the way that I'm, giving the story. If it resonates, it resonates. And on that note, if it does not resonate, maybe it's just not your story, maybe it's not your month, maybe it just doesn't resonate this time around. However, I would recommend checking not only your sun, but your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign. So, on that note, getting into your energy. Okay, so my Virgos. I don't know what it is with you guys, but I'm telling you, you guys call me. I'm just sitting here doing my thing, whatever, and it's just like, Virgo has an update, and I'm like, okay, Virgo's got an update, so we're gonna do. Here we are. Happens all the time. Even before the month ends, the check-ins are juicy. My TikToks are juicy. Virgos, y'all just connect to me. I don't know what it is. I love my Virgo babies. So, anyways, with that being said, I was feeling a big opening of heart chakra, and I feel like I've gotten that before with you guys. Due to that, I feel like it's just kind of this ongoing almost like journey for you where like it opens up a little bit more and it opens up a little bit more. And it may be that you're noticing new things or, who knows? Maybe you're kind of going through this journey of self-love. It could be a myriad of different things, but I do feel like you guys are kind of going through this, opening consistently of the heart chakra, just working on yourself, working on maybe you went through some heartbreak. I definitely know some of you have. Some of you have really struggled in the past with my other readings with kind of telling someone how you feel. So there's a strong inclination of just healing, and I think that's what's happening is as you guys heal, you open it up a little bit more, open it up a little bit more. With that being said, also I did feel a little bit of a like a hyper focus or like a little bit of a rush. It could be like excitement about like, I have this decision I have to make and I'm actually kind of excited about it. Like maybe before you weren't and now you're in that place of actually like I'm really pumped about this. Like I really want to go forward and do this. I really want to, see where this takes me. And you're almost like excited for like the right time. I don't feel like whatever it is, it's quite right yet, but it's like literally like so close to it. I feel you guys are like right there and you're like amped. Like it's almost like you're waiting. You're like, all right, come on. Like as soon as this happens, as soon as this thing goes, like that's it. I'm out. I'm gonna do that thing. Like as soon as something happens, you guys legit, I feel like you're just gonna take off. So there's a little bit of a sense of like hyper focus because you're like waiting. It's like when you tell your dog to wait at the door until you're ready almost, and the dog's just like, oh, like I wanna go outside so bad, like, and then he's just waiting for you to give him that command of like, okay, go, and then they just boom out the door. I'm hyper with this. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like I'm picking up on how like amped you guys are. So let me take a sip of water. I'm so amped to see what's going on with you guys. So let's not waste any more time. All right. Let's do like one more shuffle. I did shuffle off camera, but I want to do like one more. Okay. What is going on for my Virgo babies? Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for June 2020. Thank you, archangels, guardian angels, for your guidance, support, love, protection during this time. Please protect my Virgo babies and give them messages of truth, healing, and love. So let's see what's going on. There it is. There it is. The Two of Cups. That's your overall. Wow, very interesting. Okay. And then we have the Hermit. Okay, so this is your energy, but this is in reverse. I feel like you guys are definitely doing some thinking. I think you guys are in like a pause. Wow. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups in reverse too on the bottom, as well as the Four of Swords with some healing. Okay, so here's what I get so far from this, and we won't take them. We're just gonna kind of look at like the storyline on the bottom here. Okay, so what I think is that there was a connection that almost caused you to go into this spiritual journey. I feel like there was this connection here that it forced you to maybe take a look at yourself. Maybe it kind of triggered parts of you that you weren't used to, or it exposed a part of you that you weren't used to, you didn't know before. I feel like whatever this connection was definitely is because this is your overall, is this connection. So this connection is definitely something that has pushed you into this realm of a spiritual journey. But having this in reverse tells me that you've realized a lot. It's not that you're just starting on your journey, it's that you've gone through the journey, you've done a lot of work, and now you're seeing things in a new perspective. You might be seeing this relationship in a different perspective. Again, roles could be reversed, don't forget that as well. But someone sees a relationship in a new perspective. Someone is viewing this Two of Cups differently because that caused them to go on this journey inward. They've gone through this process. They've, checked off some things and done a lot of, like, I'm hearing shadow. So this could be shadow work, your shadow self. They've really looked at some parts of them that, whoever this might be you, like I said, but whoever went on this journey has had to look at some parts of themselves that they did not like. They did not like that. And it's a hard realization for whoever was going through that to really look at these things and be like, ugh, like, I didn't know I did that. Or like, oh, like I wish I didn't do that. Or like, man, I handled that differently, than I would now. Like now I wouldn't have absolutely handled that differently, things of that nature. With that being said, I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the other person, the other energy could definitely be a younger water sign. But with this, it's more so to me, a retraction of love, in a sense of being like, okay, like I've gone through this journey because of this person, and maybe you've recognized things about yourself or the connection in general where you're like, I have to pull back. For some of you, I do feel like for a small portion of you, I do feel like you recognize these things about the person that you're like currently with. You might be with someone that you're kind of trying to detach from because there's someone else. But for a majority, if not a little bit more of you guys, this is almost like I've really seen this person from a new perspective. And now I have to pull back. I have to rein in my emotions, and I really have to do some healing. I have to calm my mind. And think about the card that comes before this is the Three of Swords, which is what? Generally heartbreak, disappointment, sadness. It's like it could be a breakup. It's just something that's really painful emotionally and also kind of heavy on your thoughts. So like, again, disappointment. Wow, yeah, that really sucked and kind of fucked me up. So these are those three. I feel like this is you almost taking them out. You're like, I have to rein back my emotions. I have to take out those swords. And then I have to bring it down. So we eliminate these three, bring it back down to one. This one at the bottom is that like clarity almost, where you're lying right on top of that clarity, going like, okay, I have to be here. I have to be here. And that's how I do that, is taking out all those other swords and kind of compartmentalizing. I need to be here. So again, I do feel like it was almost because of that spiritual journey, you kind of almost realized like you came out on the other side of like, oh, okay, now I kind of know what I have to do, or I know now how I can move forward because of the information I've gained from going inward and doing that work. Anyway, well, let's actually pull some cards for you guys. I was just gonna like actually pull them, but I'm feeling the need to like shuffle a little bit. So let's shuffle and see what pops out. What do we have for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2020. Ooh, well, that one clearly wanted to come out. Wow, Two of Pentacles in reverse. So it kind of came out almost like it wanted to come out sideways. We're going to take it like this. So to me, again, if it was upside down, I would say new clarity, new opportunities, new path opening up for you. Two of Pentacles upright would normally be a card of needing to make a decision, needing to find balance. Maybe that you're juggling a lot and you're not sure how to get that clarity and that balance. But because it came out sideways, to me, that's almost like motion. It's what I was talking about earlier in the beginning of the reading, about being like, oh, like there's that one thing, like you're trying to move forward, you get that one last thing. It's almost like you're ready to make the decision when you get that information, when you get that last nugget of information. So I do feel like coming down to this relationship or whatever one that you're focused on, you're trying to move. You're doing it. Like I feel like the notion is there, but there's like one thing. There is one. Just a teeny little. There's one thing left, I think, that you guys need to move forward. And that's what's making this not pop up entirely outright. Entirely, right side up. It's making it come out because it literally went like this when it popped out. So I'm like, you guys have like one little thing, one little nugget left that I think you guys need before you can just move on over. All right. What else do we got for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for June 2020. Whoa. Hello, sir. Ugh. Yeah, right here, Eight of Swords. You want to move forward because you're trying to get out of this. You're trying to get out of this. You're trying to keep that balance. You're trying to juggle these things. Keep that balance. Okay. Look at this. The Empress at the bottom. Beautiful feminine energy. This could be the person you're moving forward towards. And I have the Six of Swords. I get a real strong feeling of like, you're trying to make a decision about this person. Of like, okay, like you want to move forward like towards them. Generally the Six of Swords upright would be leaving, but I feel like you're not leaving the situation. Again, it's that balance, that juggle. Where are your emotions at? You know what I mean? You could be deciding between people as well. For that group of you that are with people and are connected to someone else, I do have the Three of Swords like I was talking about earlier. So here's that almost like that pause, like I was saying. There's like a nugget of information that's left. You're not walking away from the situation. This could be the one that you're trying to move on from if you're in a relationship with this person. But again, it's almost like you're stuck in your head about whoever the Empress is to you. Empress is Taurus energy, could be Libra since it is Venusian. But I feel like you are... Ooh, okay, yeah. So for some of you, this definitely is that person that, like I said, you're in a relationship with them right now, or you're like within, they're somewhere within your small circle, if that makes sense. They're close to you somehow. This is a card of not leaving. Six of Swords is generally leaving. Reverse, I feel like it's a stuck feeling. You feel like almost like you might be stuck in this. So this might be the person that you feel like you're stuck to right now. And being with that person may have opened up your eyes about another person. Wow, there's a whole lot of things going on for you guys. I feel like I'm getting like, there are multiple messages here from multiple Virgos. Like I said, for some of you, you're in a relationship right now, you are seeing it differently, or you are seeing it differently about another person. Like, sometimes you're with someone and you're like, that's not actually what I wanted. Like, I actually really enjoyed what I had, but I thought that I didn't want it. Does that make sense? So some of you, this is the person you're currently with right now. Like, maybe you viewed them as that, and you're like kind of stuck there. Kind of stuck with this Empress person, feeling some pain and some disappointment. Otherwise, this could also be, like I said, the person you're connected to, that you want to move towards. About like, maybe you're like, oh, like I can't get this person out of my head. Like I have to, like with this, I have to make a choice. I have to make a choice, and this could be someone where you were connected to in the past that there was some heartbreak, there was some, discontent, there was some disappointment. Either way, there is an energy here that you are not moving away from that has caused pain in the past. 9 of Wands here, though. This is perseverance. This is perseverance. So you might be trying to stick it out with someone right now until you can make a choice or gain some information that helps you make forward movement towards someone else. There are so many messages here for like different groups. I'm sorry, I'm just getting like so much. Okay, so this was the card I think that came out, so we're going to do this. Okay. What else do we have for my Virgos? What's going on with you guys? I feel like you guys are all going through, like, these different things, and I'm just, like, channeling all of them. Okay. But they're, again, definitely Two of Cups situation, struggling with balance, trying to move forward with a choice, not doing so yet, and kind of because of that, I think you're probably stuck in your head. It makes you feel like you're probably in limbo, and you need another piece of information to move forward. It's almost like you're like, oh my God, like, until I get this piece of information, until I, figure this out, until I have this one thing, that I can't move forward. It almost feels like I'm stuck in something I don't necessarily want to be in until I can, find that last piece. I just saw 555 as well. All right, what are the messages we have for my Virgo babies? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Look at this. You know the choice that you want to make. You know. Now it's just almost like you're being patient, because this falls under the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're being patient. You know you don't have all the pieces. You're, like, trying to make a choice right now. I feel like you want to make it. You have that, because this is generally making it. But I do feel like there's a piece that's not ready yet. It's not ready to come out the oven yet. And you're waiting. You're being patient. Earth signs are patient. You guys are being very patient about this. You're like, I know what I want. I know it will come. I have faith. I know I can get there. I just can't get there right now. Which is great. You guys are confident in them. Look at this. The Magician. You guys have been conjuring this up. You've been manifesting it. You're thinking about it. You're, weighing your options. You're constantly going over it in your head. Eight of Swords is kind of drowning in your thoughts of being, like, always inside of your head. So you guys are really doing a lot of thinking about the situation. And I think you're pretty confident. I don't think you're swaying on it. You're just, really going over that choice in your head. You're really thinking on it. About, like, okay, when it comes, like, this is what it's going to be like, or this is how I want it to be. For some of you, it might be actually giving you anxiety, I'm hearing, because of the fact that you're, like, some of you are, like, excited to, like, move forward. So for some of you, that excitement might even be, like, too high energy, and for some, it might be anxiety. So try to keep that under wraps. But I do think, Virgos do have a tendency to overthink a little bit and overanalyze. So I think that you guys might be just doing that. You have the choice. You're kind of pretty sure about it. I'd say pretty confident, and you're just, like, thinking about it over and over again. And then maybe you think about it, and you want to make this decision to move forward, and then you're like, ooh, but maybe I actually don't want to do it that way. Maybe I want to do it this way. Maybe I want to say this in this type of way. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I actually want to do that. It's constant. Like, I just feel like mental chatter with you guys. So what else do we have from my Virgo babies? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Whoops. That was almost like a whole lot. So. Yeah, look at this. Your choice is like, you know what? I got myself into the situation. I kind of caused this. Normally right side up. Five of Swords. Be kind of like, hey, you did this, and we're out. You're going to deal with this by yourself. Because you're the one holding all the swords. You're, like, almost trying to balance this type of thoughts, like the anxiety or that high energy of, like, especially because this comes under the Eight of Swords, which I said is kind of your thoughts taking over. And I feel like this is you taking control of that and being like, all right, no. Like, we already said this is what we wanted. We said this is what we wanted to do. That's it. That's it. We're going to hold that, and we're going to be patient. We're going to wait for the time to come. I feel like that's what you're doing. And then I have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, with this combination, this to me is almost like recognizing and being like, yeah, I'm getting ready to seize this opportunity as soon as it's ready. As soon as that timer goes off, ding, pop out of the oven, I'm going to go after it. Done. It's literally done. For some of you, I'm hearing you might be waiting for someone to be single or to be at least available to talk to them. They might not be in a good place for that right now. But again, this falls underneath the Six of Swords. I feel like you're stuck in a place because you have one thing in mind and you want that thing, and you're almost just waiting for this. You're not moving forward because you're waiting for something to pop up. You have one particular thing it's almost like you're waiting for. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Queen of Swords. here at the bottom could be dealing with an air sign, but otherwise this is literally you, like, cutting off. Because there's a lot of swords energy, really, to think about this here. I have the 8 of Swords, we get the 5 of Swords in reverse, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse, now we have the Queen of Swords on the bottom, 100%. Yeah, I definitely feel like something was on hold for you guys. Queen of Pentacles, then we have Temperance in reverse at the bottom, which Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Could be dealing with one, doesn't have to be. But I feel like this is you taking charge while being like, you know, Temperance in reverse is like, healing needs to be had, and I feel like that's you taking charge of it, as well as there was something here that didn't come to fruition for you, and you're almost like searching for it. You're taking that sword of truth and going after, like, okay, why didn't this work? Why can't I have that? Like, how do I get that? And I feel like you're seeing now more clearly with your thoughts, okay, divine timing. That didn't work out the way I wanted. There was something else. There was something else that needed to happen first. It was almost like the universe was like, no, not yet. And now you're like, I'm ready. I feel like you guys are like yelling at the universe. You're like, I'm ready. Like, here I am. I'm ready for this. Like, can I have this? 100%. I feel like something, again, didn't work out in the past, and now, you know, you put a lot of effort in those things, and now you're just like, all right, like, here we go. Like, I'm ready for this. I want this. Like, I would like this now. I feel like there's almost like a tinge of impatience, too. Mainly probably because you guys are just overanalyzing. You're like, oh my god, I can't. But underneath the 3 of Wands, 10 of Swords, I feel like very heavily, very strongly that you guys are in a situation you're not quite fond of. You would like to leave. You want to either just leave in general and move towards another opportunity, whether that be just focusing on yourself, like with that Ace of Pentacles, could be stability in any way that works for you. So this could be money. It could be job related. So I do feel like it's a matter of almost like whether it is money related or relationship wise. For some of you, you want to just leave that relationship that you're in, move towards just a new chapter in your life, or you want to move towards another person, okay? Because the 3 of Wands, like I said, is being patient, waiting for your ships to come in. It comes after that 2 of Wands, which is generally a crossroad. The 3 of Wands is, all right, I made a choice. I'm looking off in the distance now. I'm just waiting. Just waiting for it to happen because you're confident that it's going to happen. You've taken action here, and now you are waiting for that to work for you. Okay, so you have faith, you have confidence that this is something that is for you. It will work. You're very, like, I get a sense of very matter of fact. You know, we're like, I did this, so obviously that's going to come to fruition for me. I put in this, that, and the other thing, so my results are inevitable. That's what it feels like. Having the 10 of Swords underneath that 3 of Wands, about all that energy we just talked about, is ending. 10s are endings, but this is about a burden. This is seriously a burden. This is your thoughts consuming you. And whatever it may be for you, whatever your scenario is, this is choosing to not do this anymore. You're like, I can't choose to be here in a place that is just like, ugh, like, I'm not happy here, you know? So I feel like that is very confident of like, okay, I've done all these pieces, I've done the work, I've looked inside, I've really had some, you know, epiphanies maybe about myself, and you're like, and now I just have to wait. And I'm impatient as all hell too. I'm in Aries. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for anything. I'm super impatient, but I do feel like there's just a little thing, the little tiny baby thing. You guys need to wait for it. And I know that sucks. But I also have the Hierophant in reverse, which tells me the thing you're waiting on is that you don't want to be in this place with this person anymore. There's a person that you're still connected to with the Hierophant in reverse. This is either a marriage gone wrong, so a divorce. A marriage that didn't work out maybe might be a better term, but could be a divorce. Separation, I'm hearing for you. I just heard the word anxiety. So for some of you, this card, this 10 of Swords, is representative of this other person causing you anxiety, or, you know, causing you a lot of mental strain, a lot of mental stress. You see the sky is black here in this card. He cannot think clearly. He can't see clearly. He's also pretty much, you know, dead. He's got 10 swords in him, and he's bleeding, so he's dead. So this feels like destruction by overthinking, overanalyzation. I feel like whoever this person is that you're connected to, could be a Taurus with a Hierophant. This person it didn't go the way you wanted. Could be a long-term commitment, could be a marriage for some of you, didn't work out. I feel like you thought this was going to be something grand and beautiful, and it didn't happen, and this may have caused you, you know, referring back to the beginning of the video, to realize, like, hey, I thought this was going to be this, but it's actually this. And now you're looking at this other person or this other opportunity as like, wow, I think that's going to benefit me more. And I think that you've kind of just come to the realization now. Again, I don't know who's asking this, but I feel the need to say again, roles can be reversed. I feel like this is a lot about seeing things clearly now and being like, wow, yeah, that didn't work. And that's huge, because self-awareness is the first part about being able to move forward. So, the Hierophant also falls underneath that Five of Swords in reverse that we had before. So I think there could have been some maybe fighting, disagreements, things of that nature, and you just decided to not. You know, you've just been like, I'm not fighting with myself anymore, or I'm not fighting with this person anymore. It's almost kind of like, for some of you, I definitely do feel like a sense of, I'm giving up on this. And not in like a, you know, I can't fix it, but just like, I'm giving up on this because I've realized that it doesn't fulfill me the way I wanted, it doesn't benefit me the way I wanted, and there's no point to keep trying and, you know, beating a dead horse. And then I do have the Knight of Swords here, the Knight of Wands. Again, this is coming up underneath that Ace of Pentacles. So Knight of Wands in itself is Sagittarius energy. So we had that twice, as well as we had Taurus twice, which I did hear while I was meditating. Might be dealing with a Taurus. Also going to be dealing with a Sag. But with this being said, you're not moving towards an opportunity. I feel like, whoops, almost dropped that. I feel like with this combination as well, because this is how I'm looking at it on the board, even though this is reversed, they're facing this way. So I feel like this is like trying to run away from something and being blocked, being unable to. I get a real big feeling for you guys that there's something that like needs to be unlocked. Again, it's that little piece of information, that nugget. Something needs to be unblocked and unlocked before you guys can move forward. Something that is literally like scripted and written into your life, I feel like needs to be unlocked. I feel like the universe, spirit guides, you know, archangel, whoever it is that you pray to, like someone from this divine source needs to come down and say, okay, things are in place, let's unlock that. Because, I mean, that's what it feels like to me, is that it's a block, but it's out of your control, it's out of the other person's control. And that might be why you're overanalyzing, because you're like, I want control over this, and I don't have it, and it's driving me nuts. So, I want to clarify the Ace of Pentacles real quick, and the Knight of Wands in reverse, because what the hell is this, okay? I feel like you do want to move forward in some way. If it is towards another person, you feel like you can't yet. That's what this is. Knight of Wands upright is about wanting to move forth, offer, you know, passion, come forward and take action when it comes towards something that, you know, makes you feel good, motivated, happy. Like, I always feel some sexual energy with this card. So I feel like there's something that you want to move forward in that way with those energies, and you can't. I just saw 28. All right. Yeah, let's do Ace of Pentacles, I said first, right? Look at this. Again, we have the Magician. We just had this. Again, we have the Magician. So this is something that you've wanted, that you've created, you've been confident in. I have the tools. He points above and he points down. So this is as above, so below. I know that what I put in, I get back. I know that karma, it's you reap what you sow. This is a type of energy of, I know I have the tools to get what I want. I have the ability to manifest what I want. I will put in time, I'll put in effort, and I know inevitably I will get what I want. It's very determined energy. Look at this. Yeah, you want to walk away so bad, and you were kind of manifesting that opportunity, whether it's towards another person or towards a new chapter in your life. You know that it's a matter of, okay, I know I want to walk away now, and I'm going to make that happen for me. You're just a go-getter is what it feels like. You're like, yeah, making decisions left and right. Here we go. You're set up and ready to go. It feels like literally the visual they're giving me is that kid that shows up early to class. No one else is there. They got the seat in the front. They packed up all their stuff. They got their pencils out, like set, ready to go. Maybe they have a calculator, notebook open, and they're just like waiting. Like they are prepared at any moment to go. I love that. I love that so much. I'm hype on this. Yeah, there might have been here with the Ace of Swords in reverse a lack of communication, and I feel like you want to communicate this so bad. You really want to be like, I want to go, I want to leave this place. You want to go so bad, so bad. Look at this. You want to leave, and you're like, oh, like I've manifested this. The opportunity's there. Like I've created this, but I can't grab it yet. It's like, dangling a treat in front of a dog on a leash. Dog's like, ugh, like it's right, it's so close. And I feel like you can't do it yet. It's just not ready. It's not unlocked yet for you guys. You know that as soon as it is, you're going to put that burden down. As soon as that happens, you guys are like, I'm out. Look at this. Chariot. Could be Cancer that you're connected to. Fast, forward-moving energy. All right, what's going on with the Knight of Wands in reverse here? You see things clearly now. Before you might have been indifferent, but now it's like a new perspective. Like, oh, the universe is actually opening this up for me. Wow. Look at that. You see some toxic, negative shit in a totally different way. You're viewing it for what it is now, and you're like, yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm really looking to, like, I want to tell that person so bad. Because you want to go offer this to someone else, I think. I think you want to offer this to them. You might also want to be gentle with this person to be like, like, yeah, I thought this was, again, going to work out. Didn't really. I'm ready to go. The choice. You have to balance. There's mental balance that's needed to make a choice. I do feel like when you tell this person, especially with the Page of Cups, they could be a younger water sign. They might kind of present to you like, hey, like, maybe they just kind of like know how to push your buttons or whatever, and they're kind of like, hey, like, what about this? Could we fix it this way? And you're like, eh. But again, I feel like, especially with these two, Six of Pentacles, you're choosing balance, which is not to be there. Because this feels very separate. I feel like they might try to kind of convince you to like stay almost, and you're like, oh man, like I've done a lot of work to balance this out, and I'm like feeling a lot of this, and those are my options. Balance my life, support myself, do what, feeds my soul, or stay here. So yeah, I feel like you guys are pretty much, look at that, the Empress causing this heartache. I feel like you guys are ready to go. I'm ready to move on to a whole different situation. So with that being said, thanks so much for letting me read for you guys. I really appreciate all of you. Drop a like, comment, share, subscribe so you can get all the notifications for my new videos coming up. But yeah, thanks guys. Wish you the best. Sending you love and light. Bye.